Well, good evening everybody and welcome to Lou's Colourful Crafts. I'm Louise Daniels. I'm here in Retford in Nottinghamshire in the UK, and if you are out there, don't forget to let me know and say hi, and also to hit that like or love if you're enjoying what you see, if you're on a phone or a tablet, because that really helps the algorithms. I'm not sure why, it just does. Hi Lorraine, we're really excited here over at Stampin'Up because today we've been allowed to order, if we wanted, whatever we like from the new catalogue. I've had to rein myself in. I didn't realise there was quite so much I actually wanted, and one of the first things I'm going to do is to turn the camera over and I'm actually allowed to open it and show you what's inside, because it's really quite exciting. Quite a few things have carried forward. One or two things are brand new. So there's the cover that we've seen, and I'm not going to go through it all, but you have to admit inside Stampin'Up are very good at giving us lots of examples, and this is the boho blue, berry burst, azure afternoon. Wonderful colours, wonderful pictures. There's all the Stampin'Up family. These are all just the indexes. This is Pretty Peacock for those of you that remember it. The different types of stamps, we have either clear polymer or red rubber, and the different types of stamps that we have. And then this is one of my favourite pages of the whole thing. This is the whole rainbow of colour. In fact, actually I might get on and make my own version of this. There's punched images, there's die cuts, there's all sorts of other things. Hi Katie. And we carry on through, and this is where they introduce the kits. I've seen all of these, they're really lovely. And tonight this is the suite. I haven't brought the suite, I haven't got the balloons and things. I'm trying to show you that you don't actually have to have it all, even though we want it. Tonight I'm going to use the DSP from the Bright and Beautiful. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Berry Burst, which was one of my very first colours. Brand new bubble bath and brand new azure afternoon. So I'll just pop that out of the way, and I'm going to first of all bring in these DSPs because they really don't photograph very well in the catalogue. You get 48 pieces in a pack, and you can see they're really useful. They're double-sided as always. That's Misty Moonlight come back. Lovely stars, very sort of generic for any sort of thing.
I like that.
Azure Afternoon, that's Misty Moonlight again, and some stars. That's Lost Lagoon. I love this one with the winkles. I don't know which way round it goes, does it matter? Pretty Peacock, Katie. Lemon Lime Twist.
That's my favourite colour.
That's Becca's here tonight, so that's her favourite colour, Lemon Lime Twist. This is Bubble Bath, which I'm beginning to really like. This is my new one that I love, is Lemon Lolly. More spots.
Oh, I like that. Spots.
And this one is Bubble Bath. Made it, yeah, Fresh Freesia.
Oh, that's
Berry
clever.
Burst.
Wait, the geographic, look at that.
Yeah, I know, it's
How
really
all
clever.
the colours are like merged together.
That's right. And I'm going to have a go here
That's pretty.
with this one. There's more Lemon Lolly. So let me move those out of the way. And the other thing I'm using tonight, I've treated myself to some new dies. They're not new, they were in last year's catalogue, but I think these are going to be just as useful. So we have squares, circles and pieces to make sentiments or toppers. These are called the Stylish Shapes dies, and I think they're really good because they layer. So off we go. So first of all, what I did, talking about those dies, is I've just cut out a whole lot of white, Berry Burst, Bubble Bath and Azure Afternoon pieces. Don't. And then I'm going to first of all bring in this piece here, which is the one Becca liked.
Ooh.
And just an ordinary white basic card. I'm just going to share it, Becca, so more people are watching.
Okay.
And I'm just going to glue it on to my card. Right, so don't forget you can share this live while you're watching. I'm going to have my triangles up or down. Let's have my triangles going upwards. I think it's slightly more pleasing on the eye. I wanted to also show you that you could make some really pretty cards with not an awful lot of stock. And then I've taken the other side, which is the pinky bubble bathy colour, and I'm just going to place that on there, and I've got some layered circles. Looking at this, I probably should have had a lemon lime twist one as well. So I'm just going to use my snips and create a banner like so. Seen me do that several times. And there we go. And I'm just going to glue this one on. To one side. It's a piece of paper that is just slightly smaller. There we go. Oh, I haven't got enough glue at that end. I knew I'd done that. I don't know why I did that. There we go. And then before I stick these on, I'm going to, so I've got the Azure Afternoon, very tempted to say something different, and pop a basic white one on. I don't know whether you've come across these. They're a bit like the layering circles, but I think they're quite nice with the stitch edge. And then I'm going to just take a banner and I'm going to bring in a sentiment from this one. I love this set. That says happy, and I need the birthday. Where's the birthday? There's the birthday. And what we're going to do is I'm going to grab, I think I'm going to go for Berry Burst. So this is the first time of asking to use these stamps. So they're either going to be brilliant, which it should be. There we go, so that one's going on there. Happy. Oh, I like this. Happy. And then I need a piece that I prepared earlier. Is that going to be big enough? Yes, it is. Let me just grab another block, and I'm going to actually try stamping in the bubble bath. I don't know how pale this actually is, because it genuinely is my first time of trying. I'm just turning around because I've lost the piece of card I was going to stamp on. This will do. Oh, I'm going to try it on here. I think that might be a bit pink. Let's have a try. Oh no, there's enough colour in that. It's a proper baby pink. Like always, I can't close the thing, and I need my trimmer now. Oh, Louise, turn yourself around just a minute. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Just need to make that a bit smaller. There we go. So what we're going to do is, I've got these circles like so. I'm going to literally just glue these on to one side. I'm going to use, but before I do, I'm just going to insert that underneath. Like so, and I'm going to bring some dimensionals in to pop on the back of this little card. It's just going to say happy and birthday. Now sadly I can't put any gems on them that match because mine are still in the post. They're on their way. Well, actually they were only ordered this morning because I didn't realise I didn't have them. But I'm going to pick up one of these flowers and pop that on there, and pop a little flower down there, and a little blue flower up there. And there we go. Hi Mum, I do hope you like that one. So that says happy birthday using some of the Bright and Beautiful. I think that's really quite interesting. So I'll pop that one out of the way. For those of you just joining me, I'm introducing you to some of the new colours from Stampin' Up and some of this wonderful new paper and the stylish shape dies. So yet again, so this is Azure Afternoon, and again just an ordinary card, and I've taken the piece that is got lemon lime twist on one side and I don't know what you'd call them, those on the back, but that's what we're using tonight. I'm just going to pop this at the top. So this was a piece, the card is 10.5 by just before 14.8 centimetres. My DSP is 10 centimetres, and then I've just flipped this one over and cut it off. I think this piece was 6 centimetres, and it makes, you can just add it across there. And I started playing with this one with the squares, so I was going to pop a bubble bath square, a berry burst square, again I could have brought some lemon lime twist, and this one. But before I do anything else, I was going to use this stamp from Nature's Print, because this stamp set carried over. I was so pleased because I love it, and I'm going to bring in, no idea whether this is going to work because I've not tried it. It's definitely live. I love the DSP, it's really good. And I'm just going, oh, try the Azure Afternoon. Let me just see what it's going to look like. Yeah, I'm just going to add some leafy bits at the bottom. I could have done this before I glued it on, but I didn't. I'm going to stamp it off a minute and make it a bit paler in the middle, a bit paler down there. It's quite easy with our stamps to add a little bit of definition to your projects. There we go. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in these squares, and now I've stamped it, I might not want to do what I was going to do. I'm going to drop them down from the top. So I'm just going to lie them on to show you, see what you think. Oops, they've got two definite sides as well. There we go, that's what I want to do. I want to bring it down like that, and then have a little one and a tiny one. There we go. And I'm going to bring it, not sure, from the top or diagonal. What do we think? From the top, like I just did, or across it, like so. I think across it like so, because then I'm going to use the same stamp but in a different colour. I love the DSP, I just didn't want to have to buy all of the everything. I want the bubble bath. There's the bubble bath. I'm going to stamp some onto this pink here, onto the white. Diagonal. Okay, Mum, we'll go for diagonals. And I've lost, somewhere about the building I've put the berry burst. Where have I put the berry burst? Okay. And then what I want to put on here, and I genuinely can't see it, is the berry burst. Let me just clean this one. Hello to everybody that's out there. If you're watching and you haven't said hello, please say hello so I know who's watching, because it's quite lonely sitting here talking to myself. I have just lost a complete ink pad. Honestly, right, well, we're going to have it in blue because I can't. Oh, it's there. I thought I was going mad. I'd eaten my berry burst. And then another little sentiment in this Nature's Print is the little one that just says hello there, which I think is a really nice sentiment just because. So I'll show you what we're doing. There we go. So I'm going to stick this one on first. I'm going to stick this one on first, like so. I'm going to go for about there. I'm going to bring in, hi Fran, that's okay, don't worry. We're just looking at some of the brand new colours. We've got Bubble Bath, I'm using Berry Burst and Azure Afternoon. Right now, I'm going to pop that one on there. And then I'm using the Nature's Print stamps. I'm going to pop that one in the middle there. And I'm going to find a dimensional and pop it on there like so. That says hello there. And if you wanted to, you could add some other sentiments at the bottom like so, or you could actually, if I had a piece, I don't know whether I have a piece that I've cut off. I have. I've got a little piece. You could add to it like so. But there's a different way of layering your cards using these shapes and just having a bit of fun. And then finally, I just need to keep cleaning these stamps. Finally, I just need to, I remember that from the last one. All the pinky based ones. There we go, let's pop that out of the way. I just thought this was so pretty. This is definitely not normally me. It's a very pretty pink. If you need a baby girl's card, it's beautiful. This is one of the DSPs, and it's going to go on like so. And I'm literally just going to attach it like so. Attach it. Oh, there we go, right to the edges. And then I have taken what I'm quite good at doing, one piece of the other side, and I am just going to pop that on there. And I'm just going to use this Berry Burst again, and I'm going to use something from the Sentimental Park script. It says on here somewhere, it says, just drop one off the floor, and this says, you'll see in a second, it says for your new baby. As soon as I saw this pink, let's try and do the other side so we actually get it straight, shall we, Lou? There we go. So that's going to go onto here, and like so. And I've just realised I haven't brought the punch over. Maybe 1 second. Just grab my little punch. I'm sorry ladies, I am still here. I've just lost the punch I wanted to use. There it is, couldn't see it for nothing. And because Fresh Freesia is still available to us, I'm going to use a little bit of the old stock, but I love it, of the Fresh Freesia vellum and the Fresh Freesia card, and just pick up the purpley tones in this paper. Only I can't open my punch. There we go. The Dragonfly is one of my favourite punches, and they haven't retired it yet. So you're going to get a nice big butter Dragonfly and a little tiny one, like so. And I'm going to use one of these and have a Berry Burst, tiny one. So I'm just going to pop him on like so. I'm going to glue this one onto here, like so. I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals on the back of this one. And I say, if you're watching on a computer or a tablet, do tap the love or the like button if you're enjoying what you're watching. And don't forget, you can always watch these again on Facebook. Let's just get that straight. There we go. So it now says, for your new baby, I'm going to grab a dragonfly down there, like so, a little pinky one. I don't know why we have to have things in threes, but I'd always think they look better. Little berry burst one, and I'm just going to use a bit of the vellum, if I can, to get the wings, the glimmery wings. I'm just going to put the glue down the middle. That'll add a little bit of sparkle. Hopefully you can see that. And somewhere, there we go, there's another little oh, I don't know, I think it needs to be another dark pink one. So I hope you're enjoying these new colours. I will just bring the catalogue back in now. We've got 1 or 2 more people watching us. There we go. And there's my 3rd card for tonight, which I do hope you've enjoyed watching. So I've been using the sentimental shapes, like so, and I've used the brand new Bright and Beautiful DSP, which I think is really, really pretty, and I've created a birthday card, a just hello there card, and a baby card. I do hope you like those. I've really enjoyed making them. And then just very briefly, I will just bring in the catalogue. If you haven't got yours, please say so. That was the Bright and Beautiful papers there. That you can see they're a bit more bright and beautiful in real life. In fact, the yellow is quite neon. Lemon Lime Twist, Pretty Peacock, Azure Afternoon, Blueberry Bushel, Berry Burst and Bubble Bath. So they're all either brand new or returning colours. I hope you've enjoyed that. I love the dies here, haven't been tempted yet. There's all sorts in here. There's something for everyone. I do hope you find something that you really enjoy, and let me know if you'd like it. And then finally, just so everybody knows what I'm talking about, I'll pop those out of the way one last time. For my classes in May, if you want to take part, if you already have your own in colours, I can do you a price. You will get some of these papers for the in colours. You will get a set of ink spots in the in colours, like so. You will get a metre of all of the ribbons that match and some of the cardstock, and you will also get some PDFs of the cards that we can create using these. And in the class I'm going to be showing you how to combine these lovely brand new colours with some of our existing ones. So if you want to know, there is an event on Facebook, send me a message. I can do it either online or in person. But I hope you've really enjoyed that. Let me come back so you can see me. And take care, have fun, keep stamping, and I hope to see you soon. Oh, just to say, I might not be live next week. If I am, I'll be sitting by the pool in Spain, because I fly on Thursday. Can't wait, can't believe it. Do hope it's going to be a little bit more sunny than it has been today. Take care. Bye.